Breaking developments now coming in. Amid the wrestlers versus Brij Bhushan, the physio of the wrestlers has also now joined the protesting dharna. And she's gone on to say that he gave a complaint in 2014 as 3 to 4 girls had given a complaint to him of physical and sexual harassment, but no action was taken. Let's listen in to that conversation.
आपने ओवरसाइट कमेटी को भी अपना बयान दिया था। क्या बयान था सर वो, और क्या आप संतुष्ट हैं जो भी काम हुआ है अभी तक?
देखिए, जो ओवरसाइट कमेटी बनी थी उन्होंने हमारा बयान लिया था। उसमें करीबन 25 के करीब हम लोग थे, जिसमें महिलाएं रेसलर भी थी और कुछ बजरंग, दीपक, जो इंटरनेशनल कई रेसलर थे वो थे, और मैं भी था। तो ओवरसाइट कमेटी ने हमें बोला था कि विद इन 3 और 4 वीक्स हम लोग आपकी जो ये बयान है वो हम ऊपर स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री में दे देंगे। और जो खेल मंत्री थे अनुराग ठाकुर, उनसे भी हमारी बात हुई थी। उन्होंने भी कहा था कि 1 महीने में हम आपकी जो बात को निपटा देंगे, जो ठीक बात है उसको कर देंगे, यानी जो जिसको जो न्याय मिलना चाहिए मिलेगा। लेकिन 3 महीने हो गए हैं, अभी तक कोई भी ना कमेटी की तरफ से कोई जवाब आया है, ना कोई स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर की तरफ से जवाब आया है। और जबकि हमें पता लगा कि जो कमेटी को हमने बयान दिए थे वो भी तोड़ मरोड़ के उन्होंने आगे पेश किए।
क्या कंप्लेंट्स आई थी सर, और आपने जब रिस्पॉन्ड किया तो किस तरह से रिस्पॉन्ड किया उन कंप्लेंट्स पर?
देखिए, 2014 में मैं गीता फोगाट का जो पर्सनल फिटनेस ट्रेनर था, मैं कैंप में मौजूद था। तब वहाँ इस तरह की बातें आई थी तो मैंने सबसे पहले मीडिया में दिया था 2014 में। लेकिन बात को मीडिया ने दबा दिया। वो लोग इतने पावरफुल थे। 5-6 लड़कियों की कंप्लेंट आई थी।
क्या कंप्लेंट थी सर?
कंप्लेंट तो यही थी कि हमारा मानसिक और शारीरिक जो शोषण हो रहा है, वही कंप्लेंट थी।
Let's also now bring in our colleague Anshul, who in fact has been tracking these developments. Anshul, this is a big allegation that has been made as far as the protest is concerned. The physio is saying there was a complaint filed, but no heed was paid. Is he giving details in terms of who did he approach after no heed was paid to the complaint?
Well, yes, definitely. As you rightly mentioned, the allegations are actually very, very serious in nature. And Paramjeet, who was the physio at that point in time, had said that he had even approached the women's coach also at that point, and who was Kuldeep Singh, another wrestler who was the coach of the women's team in Lucknow. And even after that, he did not give any sort of heed to all these allegations, and the entire process went in the same manner. And this time around also, when the oversight committee was formed, he was asked to come there and record his statements. And after he's still alleging that even after he recorded his statements, even though the oversight committee had told him that action would be taken on his word, and his statement would be projected in the right manner, no action. He's still alleging that no action has been taken by the oversight committee of his statement till today, and hence they are continuing with this protest. Now, remember when this incident happened in 2014, he's alleging that these were minor girls who were actually being harassed mentally and sexually as well. And even after that, the entire system knew that something like this was happening on the instance of Brij Bhushan Sharan. And since he was the head of Wrestling Federation of India, no action, absolutely no action was taken or no heed was given to those complaints. So yes, the allegations that are coming to the fore are actually very, very serious in nature. What remains to be seen as to how quickly can the government now intervene and make sure that these wrestlers who are sitting on protest at Jantar Mantar for the last 5 days, their protest comes to an end, and justice is finally served to all those victims who claim that they have been sexually harassed by Brij Bhushan Sharan.
Anshul, I just want to go back to what the physio is now telling us here at CNN News 18. He's saying he filed a complaint, no heed was paid. He even approached the oversight panel. Can you talk to us about the members of the oversight panel?
So the oversight panel, the members of the oversight panel are not speaking officially to the media as of now, and even the report that they have submitted is said to be a confidential report. So nobody knows that what is actually in that report that they have submitted at this point in time, because there is the confidentiality clause that comes into play. So.
Sure.
It is being alleged that they did not give heed to these complaints and to these statements that were against Brij Bhushan Sharan. But if at all their allegations are true or not, that will only come to the fore when the sports ministry actually takes note of the of the report that has been submitted to them, and if at all the sports ministry deems necessary that any sort of action is required against Brij Bhushan Sharan. So yes, that is something that remains to be seen as to what will the sports ministry do and how will they act on the report that has been submitted to them by this oversight committee that was formed just a few months ago.
Anshul, we'll just request you to stay on with us. Let's play out that conversation once again that the physio of the wrestlers in fact had with CNN News 18 and the allegations that he's made.
आपने ओवरसाइट कमेटी को भी अपना बयान दिया था, क्या बयान था सर वो, और क्या आप संतुष्ट हैं जो भी काम हुआ है अभी तक?
देखिए, जो ओवरसाइट कमेटी बनी थी उन्होंने हमारा बयान लिया था, उसमें करीबन 25 के करीब हम लोग थे, जिसमें महिलाएं रेसलर भी थी और कुछ बजरंग, दीपक जो इंटरनेशनल कई रेसलर थे वो थे, और मैं भी था। तो ओवरसाइट कमेटी ने हमें बोला था कि विद इन 3 और 4 वीक्स हम लोग आपकी जो ये बयान है वो हम ऊपर स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री में दे देंगे। और जो खेल मंत्री थे अनुराग ठाकुर, उनसे भी हमारी बात हुई थी, उन्होंने भी कहा था कि 1 महीने में हम आपकी जो बात को निपटा देंगे, जो ठीक बात है उसको कर देंगे, यानी जो जिसको जो न्याय मिलना चाहिए मिलेगा। लेकिन 3 महीने हो गए हैं, अभी तक कोई भी ना कमेटी की तरफ से कोई जवाब आया है, ना कोई स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर की तरफ से जवाब आया है। और जबकि हमें पता लगा कि जो कमेटी को हमने बयान दिए थे वो भी तोड़ मरोड़ के उन्होंने आगे पेश किए।
क्या कंप्लेंट्स आई थी सर, और आपने जब रिस्पॉन्ड किया तो किस तरह से रिस्पॉन्ड किया उन कंप्लेंट्स पर?
देखिए, 2014 में मैं गीता फोगाट का जो पर्सनल फिटनेस ट्रेनर था, मैं कैंप में मौजूद था, तब वहाँ इस तरह की बातें आई थी, तो मैंने सबसे पहले मीडिया में दिया था 2014 में। लेकिन बात को मीडिया ने दबा दिया, वो लोग इतने पावरफुल थे। 5-6 लड़कियों की कंप्लेंट आई थी।
क्या कंप्लेंट थी सर?
कंप्लेंट तो यही थी कि हमारा मानसिक और शारीरिक जो शोषण हो रहा है, वही कंप्लेंट थी।
So the physio of the wrestlers also now joining the protest and the dharna and saying that yes, there was a complaint in fact filed by him, but there was no action taken. He even approached the oversight panel, but all of this was hushed up. Anshul continues to be with us. Anshul, going back to the protest and dharna, this is something that we've been discussing every single day, that this is such a sad reality that our athletes, people who've won medals and laurels for the country today, have to spend their precious time protesting on the roads rather than use that time for their training, which can be used for upcoming championships as well. What is the word that's coming in as far as the wrestlers is concerned?
Well, the wrestlers this time around are very, very adamant because they say that they made a mistake last time around when they believed on this oversight committee and went away from the protest. And now, since this entire committee has submitted its report, they are still not very satisfied with the manner in which this entire investigation has gone on. So now they are very, very adamant and say that they are not going to move away from this protest until and that FIR is registered against Brij Bhushan Sharan in this entire matter, and post that FIR investigation takes place and action is taken against him at the earlier. So yes, the demands are very up right now, and they are making sure that they are not going to back down until and unless all their demands are fulfilled this time around. So yes.
So as Anshul is pointing out, wrestlers are adamant that they will continue to protest till the time their demands are met. Anshul, we'll request you to stay on with us. Some other breaking developments also now coming in.